Hey everyone, it's Greenwood again with another tutorial video, and this one is the second part of the circles vocab that we discussed on Monday, part 2. So in the last video we talked about center, radius, diameter, among other things, so go check that one out if you need a little more guidance. These 6 terms we'll talk about, and these are all probably new to you, so let's get into it. So a chord is a segment with endpoints on the circle. So GH is one example of a chord. And with the proper notation, we just write our segment notation, G to H. And there's my segment marker. A secant is a line intersecting a circle at 2 points. And so the difference here, a chord is a segment, a secant is a line. So an example of a secant is this line C. Whoa, that's terrible. Let's try again. Line CF. That was pretty good. Put the arrows on it. So we're talking line CF is an example of a chord. And it is a chord because it intersects a circle exactly 2 places, point C and point F, and it continues forever in both directions. A chord intersects a circle also at 2 places, but intersects at G and H, and we talk about the part that stops, okay? We could say chord CF, and we'd just be talking about the segment from C to F and not including the part outside of that. That would make just a chord versus a secant. All right. Next term is a tangent. A tangent is a line, so we know going forever in both directions, and it intersects at exactly 1 point. So the difference between secant and tangent, secant intersects at 2 points, tangent intersects at 1 point. So our tangent line example here, let's see if I can draw this one reasonably well. We'll call it good enough. Is this line right here that intersects at point B. So that would be line BA. And arrows because we're talking about a line going forever in both directions. That's my tangent line. It touches exactly 1 point, point B. And that leads us to the next term, a point of tangency. And that's actually the point where the tangent line intersects. Okay, so point B right there. That is the point of tangency. It's just talking about, well, we know a tangent line intersects at 1 point. Name that point, point B in our example. Okay, last 2. A central angle. So we know an angle has a couple of sides that open. They meet at a vertex. The vertex is where the 2 sides meet to make that angle or form that angle. And the central versus inscribed is all about the location of the vertex. So if the vertex is the center of a circle, it's called a central angle. Center vertex, central angle. Kind of makes sense there. I don't have a central angle drawn here, so I'm just going to make one. So we'll go from F, actually I'm going to go from E to F, like that. And then let's go down to point G. Pretend those are straight lines and play along with me. We'll try this one more time. Not terrible. Okay, so this angle, and I'll arc mark this angle right here. So that is angle F, E, G. And so the important part, E is the vertex where the 2 sides meet. And that's the vertex, right? That has to be the middle letter, and that makes it a central angle because that vertex is the center point of the circle. Inscribed angle, it's also an angle, and the vertex is on the circle, So an example of that would be angle, wow, let's try again, B, D, A. Not great, we'll go with it. Okay, I'll arc mark that one. We'll go with 2 marks since that would differentiate this one being a different size than that one because we don't know for sure. So angle B, D, A. All right. So angle BDA is an inscribed angle because point D is the vertex where the sides BD and AD. Ooh, whoa, I made a mistake. It's not A. A is out here on that tangent line. Let's call this point Q. Just like we did in the last video, I missed it again. Point or BDQ, let's say. BD and DQ are the sides. D is the vertex, the point they share, and that's on the green curve of the circle. So that's what makes it an inscribed angle. Okay. All right. There's part 2 of circles. The next video in the circle series, we'll talk about looking at inscribed and central angles and give you a little more info on those. Hope this one helped you, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.